Hello guys, kindly check this application out. You can see the home page, you can see the active nav link, okay, on the plans, on video features. You can see that it's all working good. Now we're going to do this using React Router DOM. Okay, so if you want to type along with me, kindly install npm install React Router DOM. Okay, so with all said and done, let's begin. Thank you very much. Let's begin by creating 4 folders in our source. The folder called the first one assets, call the second one components, then call the third one data, then call the last one pages. So now let's take the first one, assets. Now in this project we have no spinners or images, so we leave it blank. Move to the second one, components. Let's create 3 files. Okay, let's call the first one main page. Good. Now the second file, let's call it navbar for JS. The third one, let's call it the nav page.js. Good. Now let's take the first one, the main page.js. Now RAFCE, instead of ordinary div, why don't we make it React fragment? So inside that we create a section and a div with a p tag to say hello. Let's link that to the app.js to view on the screen. So go to app.js, then call the main page. Good. Now let's import main page. Good. That's there. Now let's check our screen if we got hello on the screen. Great, we got hello on the screen, means we're ready to go. So what next? What do we do next? So now we can work on the navbar. Okay, so let's call the navbar, we say RAFCE. Good. So instead of ordinary div, why don't we make it React fragment? Good. So inside that we can say hello navbar. Good. Now where do you put this navbar? We put it at the main page. So we go to the main page, then take the hello off, then call our navbar here. So we say navbar. Good. Let's import it. Yeah, so that is that. Let's check the page if we get nav page on the screen. You can see that we got nav page on the screen, so we're ready to go. So now what do you do with the navbar? Okay, let's close the app.js nav page. Let's close you. Let's position everything as mobile first. So inside the navbar class, let's give the class name. So we say blue, width full, height 20, text wide, and text XL. Okay, so that is that. Now we need the data for the navbar, the home, and the rest. Now we need to put that. I've decided to put that in a data form so that we can use mapping approach. Okay, so let's go to data and create a file here and call it navdata.js. So inside that we say export const nav data. Now let's bring in the first the first data. Go. We say title home, the path, let's give it the slash, that the icon we call the FA icons, FA home. So let's import this data. Let's repeat this 4 more times. So that is that. We have our features, we have our video, and we have our plans. Good. So that is that, guys. Now let's import the data into the navbar. Okay, so to do that, let's take the this p tag off, then create a JSX. Then inside that we can say navdata dot map to bracket. This will give us an item, comma, index. Good. That will give us a function. Inside that should return with a div. Good. Now inside this div we can now have the key equals what? Index. Okay, so now let's check this out if it's working. Let's call item dot title. Okay, the FE icons is not defined, so we need to go back to the data, then import the icons. Okay, good. So over here we can import it, all of them. Okay, now let's try it again. Good, now it's working. Good, so it's working now. Good, so now that is working, let's put it in the span tag. Okay, let's create a span tag. Good. Good. Now inside that, this what next? Let's give it a class name. Let me bring it down here. No. Good. Better I create another div inside. Okay. So let's create another div. Good. This way rather. So that we can give this one a class name. Good. Inside that we can say good, uppercase. Good. Okay. Now what we're going to do is to create a grid so that we can equally distribute them at the distance at the top at the inside the navbar. Okay. So we go to the how do you call it, the mother div. Then we can say here, say grid calls for. Good. Yeah, good. Now what we need to do is to what? Center it. Center this thing. So we can say item center. Good. Get. What next? Okay. Next, let's we need to center everything. Okay. What do? Let's create a CSS, a custom CSS for center. Okay. So over here we can say, dot center. So inside that we can say display flex justify content center item align item center. Let's run it again. Good, no issue. Now let's go back to the nav bar again, then say center. Let's see what happens. No. Good. Now here, how about we go down here and say center. Better. So that is that, guys. Good. What do we do next? Our nav is ready. Good. So now next thing to do is to what? Create the nav page. Okay, all the pages over here. So let's create the nav page. Let's go back to our how do you call it, the nav page. Then we say RAFCE. Now inside RAFCE, let's so ordinary div. Why don't we make it React fragment? Okay. So inside that we have a div and a p tag to say hello. Now let's link this p tag to the nav page, to the main page. Okay, so we go, this is the nav bar. Let's be under the nav bar we can have a div here to say call the what nav page. Nav page. Good. So that has been imported for us, so we can see we have hello here. Okay, so now what do we do with the nav page? We need all the pages, okay, so that we can link all the pages into the nav page. Okay, so we go to the pages folder, then create all the pages. So that we start with the first one, we say home. Okay, so we say home page. Oh, come on. Home.js to RAFCE. Then inside that we give it, what's the name? Let me make it bigger. Okay, so inside that we give it width, full, height, screen, centered, and text to 6XL. So we're going to copy this thing for all of them. To the next page is going to be good. So the next page is going to be features. Okay, so we say features. app.js. So inside that array fce, then of ordinary div, we have a div to say what features page. Good. Oh. Good. So that is that for features. And that is video. So we go to a file, then we say video eo.js array.fce. Okay, inside that we have our video page. Okay, the last one. So the next one is what? Plans. Plans.js. Okay, so array.fce. Inside that we have our good. So we say plans page. So that is that. What else do? Good. All the pages are ready. So now let's go to the nav page and call them here. Okay. So we can take this div off. Good. Then call what's the name? React router DOM. Then import route and route from React router DOM. So inside the section we can have the route, and then inside the route we can now have the route. Good. That is self-closing. So inside the route we can now have an element and a path. Okay, so inside that we have a path and an element. Good. So now let's repeat this for all of them. Good. So that is that. We have features, video, and plans. Okay, so they are all ready. Now what we need to do is to import all of them. So we say good. So we say import features, import home, from home import videos, and last one import what? Plans. So that is that. Now next thing to do is to what? Import browser router. Okay, browser router, let's do it in the app.js. So we go to the app.js. To app.js, let's import browser router. Okay, good. Now let's call the browser router. So we put it inside there. The main, we put the main page inside the browser router. Okay, browser router and main page. So that is that. I think we're good to go. Now let's test it out. Good, no complaint. So let's test it out. Let's say slash plans pl. Good. You should go to the plans page. You can see, guys. Next, let's go to video. Okay, you can see on video page. Now the last one, the features. In features page. So I mean the pages are working. Now next thing to do is to link the nav to the each pages. Okay, link the nav to each pages. So we see how to do that. Now let's go to the nav bar. Good. So over here, let's take this off and make it good. So we need to link them. So how do we link them? First, let's import the NavLink from React router DOM. Good. So our link is ready. Now let's add the link to the what's the name? To the span tag. Okay. So inside that we can call NavLink. Good. Good. Now let's put a span tag inside. Good. So here we say to where? Link to. So we say item dot what? Path. When you look at the data, we have the path over there. The data, inside the data, you can see the path. We're giving them the path. Okay. Now for some reasons, I'll just keep the icons. Okay. So back to the navbar. Let's close this. Okay, so let's check if it's working. Home, you can see guys, it's working. Wow. So now let's add how do you call it, a class name to the NavLink to create that distinction of the active link. Okay, sorry. Good. So over here we can add a class name. So before we add a class name to create the distinction, let's create an active class and a normal class, or a normal. Let's create the active class and a normal link. So we say active link and normal link. Okay, so we come here and say const what active link. Good. So over here we say const active link. Let's give it text black, bg white, width full, height 16, shadow centered, and what font bold, rounded, top left 3XL, and rounded bottom right 3XL. Okay, so that will give us that shape. Then we make the const normal link, we make it what, empty. So we now create our class name. So over here we can say that after the path, that we can say class name. If it's active, then give call this and the active link, otherwise call the normal link. Okay, so you can see the const that we did the active class names and the normal link. So the active link, we did it, we gave them the class names, then the normal link, we gave it empty. So that will bring the distinction. Okay, so we come here, when you click, you can see that we have that the active link has been what, can I see that guys? So that is that guys. Finally, let's make our app responsive, then we can say cheers. Okay, so we say we go to the main page, then we go to the mother div, which is here. The mother div is going to be the section. So the section, let's give it a class name, and we say at medium screen, make the what, make the width to 3rd, and the same medium screen, make the MX auto. So let's check it out. You can see guys, no, something not right. To 3rd, okay, to 5th, I said to 5th, yeah, to 5th, yeah, that is this. So that is that guys. Okay, finally let's add a border, and we can say cheers. So we continue, same other div, before that, let's say border here, border blue, so let's check it out. You can see guys, yeah, so that is that. Thank you for sticking through. Please don't forget to do good. Catch you in the next one. We say peace.